All right, it is now time for week 6 of the Fantasy Football Show. We will go over all the stuff that happened this previous week, as well as look into the preview of some massive games coming up this upcoming week.
I have a massive trade with Pusa in the works.
Oh, really? Oh,
I
interesting.
don't even. I don't even. I couldn't tell
Whoa.
you who's on Poose's team at this point.
Yeah, he has made some moves. All right, speaking of the trades, we'll quickly look at the ones that have been made since Monday. A couple. Not too many big ones, but actually, Pook, believe it or not, makes a trade. First surprising one. I was not expecting him to make a trade, but he gets Antonio Brown from Pussy for Odell Beckham and Kirk Cousins. Interesting move. Pussy gets a quarterback after his Russell Wilson's finger went sideways and is out for a while, so he picks up a quarterback.
He's about to get
And
another
somebody
quarterback.
needs to mute themselves in Discord. But and yeah, Pussy, your thoughts on trading away Brown? I mean, you have plenty of wide receivers, and you get one back in Odell, so I'm sure you're happy with the trade.
Yep, absolutely. I'm not going to start Cousins this week just because
Yes, I was hoping you would.
Heineke plays the bumfuck Chiefs.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. And then we had some smaller trades, a zombie trades with who was that? Who Hunter, Henry Ruggs for Mecole Hardman. Kind of a minor bench player trade, doesn't really mean much. Um, and we'll get his thoughts when he comes in, but I'm sure he will be happy with his trade, even though it means really nothing because they're all for bench players. And then looking at the budget summary for this week, as we can see, there's now two people that have $0 in the league. Zach now has a friend. Zombie spends all his money this week, $70 on a Bears running back. Yeah, so
Wait, that's the wrong Bears running back. What? What is
well,
he
it's
doing?
not the one that was the starter, but it was the one that still got quite a few touches. So
Did anybody even bid for him besides Zombie?
let me see here. I can tell you. Let's see.
Oliver bid
Yes, I
$2.
bid 2. Pook
Bill 10.
bid 19. Bill bid 10. So
And he bid
basically,
70.
he bid 70. Yes, which isn't
Okay.
surprising because Zombie always bids a lot
This may be
for.
worse than Ernie's pickup of
Oh yeah,
Kareem.
this is the new worst one. I mean, Zach's is still the worst by far with the $100 because that guy
Okay, but
hasn't even done
but
nothing.
Zach at least with that one, right?
He
It
had
had
can
to
I?
though.
Other
potential.
people put
It at least
$100
had
on him too.
Zach, I'm defending you. That one had at least had potential.
Okay.
I don't get what
May
this is at all.
may
Okay.
I just make a statement,
Yes. Go ahead.
and it is on the fact that for the first time this season, I
Yes.
have not traded nor bought anyone off the waiver wire.
Wow. Wow. So you're happy. So you're saying you're happy with how your team performed last week.
I,
They did score a
well,
lot of points.
why would I not be happy with
Okay.
how they performed?
No,
I still beat
I
by a better
agree.
team.
You should be happy with how they performed last week. I'm surprised you haven't destroyed it all yet. So
Well, why would I?
nice.
They played
Yeah.
well, and
Okay. All
and
right.
and there was
Step into
players
my
within that.
office.
The thing is, right? The thing is, there was players within that team that didn't have their best game, and I still put up 153 points.
Mm-hmm.
Like on a normal week, that wins a match.
Mm-hmm.
So I I am somehow projected to finish fourth,
Okay.
which I don't
Wow. You
understand.
got a long way to go if you're gonna
I know, I
get to
know
I don't
that,
I
fourth,
don't
but
trust the ESPN
but
yeah,
stats.
but but the
I
fact but
wouldn't
the fact of
worry
them
about that. I'd worry
the
about
fact
winning
is,
games.
no, I understand that, but they wouldn't project me to be there unless my team was good.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
They must have me and you mixed up because I'm projected to be 10th.
Ooh, okay.
Pusa,
Well,
trade
when
offers
you lose your
sent.
quarterback, kind of what happens. But Pussy did end up getting the tight end that he wanted, as he spent $20 on him. Bill apparently was just talking out of his ass because he didn't even bid anything for a tight end, even though yesterday he was claiming he was going to win the bid over you. So I'm sure you're happy with your tight end pickup now that your tight end has COVID and Goddard.
Yes, in some respects. I wish my tight didn't get COVID,
Yeah,
but what
yeah.
is Fab?
Okay. That is true. And other than that, just some smaller. There wasn't many players available this week on the waivers. It was kind of just that running back. Everyone else pretty much had everything already on their teams that would have been something decent to get off of waivers. So yeah, not too much besides Zombie splashing $70 and overpaying by $50. Other than that, he's kind of the only one that made some move that is completely idiotic because now he has $0 the rest of the way. But anyways, all right, moving on to the results from last week. We will go through these quickly. We'll start with my matchup versus Hunter. It was a big win for me, 121 to 117, a close about 4-point victory as this one came all the way down to Sunday night with his Tyreek Hill. Thank God the Chiefs fucking fumbled the football and it was a hot potato on the ground and the Bills recovered. That basically sealed the deal because all Hill needed was a touchdown on that drive or a couple catches and he would have won. Hunter, the story with him, he left a ton of points on the bench. I got a little bit lucky as he left Courtland Sutton, who had 25 on the bench, and then he left Hollywood Brown on the bench. He switched them midweek. He put T. Higgins in for Hollywood Brown, and Hollywood Brown had 33. On my side, just kind of a solid all-around performance. Other than Allen Robinson and Higbee kind of just doing average, everyone else did pretty good. Got off to a good start on Thursday Night Football with DK, and Stafford did all right. The only other thing was Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting hurt, which kind of hurts a little bit of my team, but at least I have a serviceable RB2 to put in his place for now. But GG's to Hunter. It's only his first loss on the year, so now there is no undefeated teams left in the league, as 4-1 is the top record now. But GG's to him on a hard-fought close one. Moving on to the next one, and this was a bit of a shocker, as some people were picking Pook to win this game, and he got absolutely blown out, 111 to 178. Matt's team continues to look very strong, even though he's 2-3. He's putting up huge amounts of points each week. Once again, this week does again. Lamar Jackson 41, Eckler 32. Gibson 21, Evans 29, and Pittman 20. Nice game from him. So big time games from Matt's players. On Pook's side, it was just kind of average. He had his running backs bounce back and did really good with Kamara and Swift, but his wide receivers let him down as all three of his wide receivers had less than 10 points and really was kind of the big letdown for his team to not get anywhere close. I don't think even if his wide receivers did have good games that he would have won this, obviously, because Matt put up so many points, but still got to be concerning once again as Pook makes that move for Antonio Brown to help bolster his wide receivers a little bit. Moving on to the next one, and this one we thought was going to be close going into Monday Night Football as Slaps had about a 19-point lead going into Monday Night Football, and then that game turned into a offensive fireworks as Bill just ran away with it. 207. Bill gets the over 200 point mark, beats Slaps by 153 to 207. Slaps, though, his best performance of the year, as some people were calling it. He did have his best, but unlucky for him, it was not enough as Bill had huge performances from pretty much everyone on his team. It was kind of scary. I mean, he got a 0 from his flex, Kenny Galladay, and he still put up 207 points. That is impressive. Strong victory, moves him to 4-1, sends Slaps, unfortunately, to 0-5. He now takes the Pete crown of 0-5, tying Pete for the worst record to start out with. Yeah, Slaps, hopefully you can get a win next week and avoid that first ever 0-6 start. Any thoughts, though, on, you said you liked your team's performance, obviously. 151 would have beat most people.
Yeah, I mean, listen, everyone knows that I had to make big changes to my team, which I did. I made the right moves, clearly, because my team put up 153 points. I just got beat by the better team.
Mm-hmm.
However, feeling good the fact I play the worst team in the league this week, so it's fine.
Okay. Who is the worst?
You
Oh,
play
Pook.
yourself.
You're
That
saying
would be
Pook is the worst team, even though he has a win.
Yes.
Okay, all right. That's a huge game between you and Pook. Loser might be looking at the beach. Yeah, like I said, unlucky for Slaps as he scores a ton of points. Every other matchup this week besides me and Hunter, it was like one team scored a massive amount of points and the other team scored nothing. So unlucky that he didn't get one of those other guys that scored little points, but unlucky for him, but not out of it yet. 0-5 is very hard to come back from, but you still have a slimmer of hope, but you got to start winning games, including next week as a must win. Moving on to the next one, we had Zombie versus Tyler, and Zombie pulls off a massive win, 133 to 71 points, as Tyler's team did not perform, only scores 71. I mean, really, Kyler Murray had an off game, and it just went on from there as his highest scoring position player was Mike Davis with 12 points. That was a bit of a yikes. Moves Tyler to 3-2 now, back-to-back losses for him. Zombie also with that win gets to 3-2, so a massive win for him. Tyler, any thoughts? Was this just an off week for your team, or any concerns? Now 2 in a row losses.
Mm. I mean, I was out without two of my best players, so I mean, can't really take from it.
Okay.
Cooks and Thielen
like
didn't get a lot of
Mixon.
targets, which is a little worrying, but I mean, they'll be back up. There's no way they consistently get that few targets.
Okay. All
Same
right.
with Beasley.
All right. All right. All right. And then moving on to the next game of the week, we had another shocker as Cheese gets just absolutely obliterated by Ernie, 74 to 174, as Ernie's team absolutely pops off once again. Now moves Ernie to 3-2, sends Cheese to 2-3 after Cheese started 2-0. That's 3 straight losses for Cheese. And another bad performance by his team, as basically just similar to Tyler's, Patrick Mahomes, his quarterback got him 19, but then other than that, his highest position player was only 14 from, or 15 from Aaron Jones. Saquon Barkley got hurt. That's got to be concerning. Yeah, Cheese, your thoughts after your third
Hey,
loss
I
in a
mean,
row? Horrible week.
basically, Saquon got injured, but everyone was
Yes.
flaming my trades. But Chris Carson is not played. He's gonna miss 2 weeks,
Okay.
so I
I
think I
mean, you
won
got
that
to look
trade.
though at Marvin Jones, only
Yeah, but then
3.5
I flipped
points once
Moss for
again.
Claypool, who looks really solid now.
Okay, all
So
right.
I'm still coming out ahead.
All
Little
right.
Aaron
Steelers
Jones,
offense.
Amazing
Aaron
how one
Jones,
good game from Claypool and now it's Claypool
Claypool's
is
had
good.
multiple good games. Aaron
Oh, okay,
Jones did what he
okay.
did, 15 points, that's expected. But everyone else really had poor games.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
Crowder got 9 points in the flex. That's not the worst thing ever.
Yeah, that's
But
not
everyone
great.
else,
Not great.
just like average. Everyone
You're
else was
gonna
just
need more than
terrible.
that,
That's
especially
fucking terrible.
yeah,
9
especially when
points
you're
for
going.
flex.
in PPR.
Cheese
Yeah.
is the king of saying like 10 to 12 points.
Yeah,
is
twe-
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
10 is not
PPR,
good.
9
10
points.
is 10 is
Hey,
Fucking
Bruce,
maybe
it's
horseshit.
your
average,
turn to
but it's
talk.
not good. Not
Gotta at
good.
least get 15.
I mean, at the end of the
Hey,
day,
I faced back-to-back 170-point teams. Nothing I could have done to
yes.
win.
But at the same time, you got to look at your own team and not scoring anywhere near the
Well,
amount of
everybody,
Don't
points
this
be
was
to
like
win.
the
ass. That's what
first.
you're gonna
This was
win.
the first really down week for all my players.
I mean, how many points did you
Um,
score last week? Didn't you score like?
120.
Oh, you did score 120.
Yeah, this is like my first really down
Oh,
week.
okay, all
So at
right.
least it happened versus Ernie's team. I've been saying Ernie's for the last 2 weeks. I've been saying Ernie's team. I've been
Oh,
predicting him to win.
okay.
So I
I
think
remember like 3 weeks
White.
ago, I think you called Ernie's team one of the worst in the league. I
Yeah,
believe.
when in the start, I said I wouldn't pick him
Oh,
until he
okay.
wins, and then once he's been winning, I'm picking him every
Okay.
week.
It's amazing that Ernie's team was looking so bad, and then all
Well,
it
he
took
had
was
Mike Williams
Zeke.
out of nowhere.
All it took was Zeke, Mike Williams, and Kareem Hunt to start beasting, and then Pitts as well. Pitts has a great game, and now
Yeah,
Ernie's team
Mike
looks
Williams is just going
completely
God
different.
mode.
It's funny how those things happen in fantasy, where
Hey,
one week we
I
think these
also.
players are ass, and then the next week they turn into stars. So.
You look at my bench. Everyone on my bench kind of popped off. It wouldn't have
Yeah,
helped me.
you had your
It wouldn't. I
boy
still would have lost.
throw a punch Tony with
Yeah, I still would have
29
lost,
points.
but it's good to have for next week. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, as long as he doesn't throw another punch. Yeah, at least you have Devontae Booker to fill the hopefully Saquon void, even though he's not Saquon.
Hey, it's
so
only
we'll see how
supposed
he
to be
does.
two or so weeks.
Oh,
Not
okay.
huge.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you still have the optimism. Obviously, you're right, and it's still 2-3. Big win for Ernie though, as his team is on the come up and is looking a little scary. I got to admit. And moving on to the last matchup of the week, we had Jack Pussy getting a big win over Zach, 144 to 85. This one was a bit of a surpriser, as I did not see a blowout coming. Sends Zach to 1-4 now on the season. Looking kind of bleak for Zach's team. Pussy, on the other hand, moves to 3-2, right there towards the top, looking pretty strong. He did have Russell Wilson with the finger. Looks like he's out for a while, so that's kind of tough. But he did already make some moves, as was expected. But yeah, overall, your team's looking very solid. You have 2 solid running backs and a great core of wide receivers. Pussy, your comments on the big win over Zach?
I don't know what I'm doing. I
Oh,
just
okay.
purely I do have no idea what I'm doing. I got lucky in my championship, so I'm on to week 6.
Okay, all right, you're on to week 6. Well, I don't know if you've seen the show last week, Pussy, but Zach did have quite a few comments for you in your matchup last week. I'm sure you'll hear
That
them.
wasn't me.
I'm sure you'll hear them here shortly.
That
But
wasn't me.
Zach,
Never.
any
My friend
comments?
Zach would never
Oh
say
yeah,
anything
all right.
bad.
Well, maybe just maybe they'll be recorded here in a second. But Zach, any comments after a disappointing game? Your Daniel Jones gets absolutely walloped on the goal line and gets
That was a foul.
wobbly. Zombie, said you're never winning a game with Daniel Jones, and so far
That
you're
was a
0-2 with
foul.
him. It was a foul. All right, any comments on your disappointing loss here? Now 1-4. It's
Well,
getting kind of do or die time for your team.
I'm not worried. I'm
Oh.
in the midst of making some huge team blowing trades.
Oh,
Oh,
gonna
the
blow
red
it all
button is
up,
being
huh?
Zach,
pressed.
you're in the
Wow.
midst of
You can
getting
borrow
people
Slaps'
offers and
button.
then wasting 10 hours just to decline every
Yeah,
offer.
you
Zach, I will lend you my
can.
button.
Yeah.
I will lend it to you.
Yeah, you
The
can
button
borrow
is
his
yours if
button.
you want it.
Okay.
Slaps, I'll be hitting you up.
Oh,
Oh wait, he has Gasecki and Tua's
You
coming
can try
back.
hit me up if you want.
yeah, Zach's team is kind of, he's got some bright
Listen,
players, but
I
it's
want
just
a
looking rough.
superstar, and I'm willing to
Oh.
give up half my team for one.
Oh, well, you weren't willing to today when you asked me
Cooper Kupp.
what I wanted for Kamara or for
Yeah, because
McCaffrey.
you were asking for.
I was asking for
James
half your
Carey.
team.
Yeah, the wrong half.
Oh, so you
the
basically
shit
Can
half.
you
give
want to
up
give up the
the shit
shit half for a
Lamar.
superstar.
Tell you what, give me
Okay.
Nick Chubb and McLaurin for Cooper Kupp.
No,
Oh.
go
That's,
after
that's
yourself.
terrible.
Oh, there you go. There you
That's
go.
horrible.
I mean, you want to press the button. I mean, all
Nick
right. Well,
Chubb.
real quickly
All right.
looking
I will
at.
go down with Scary Terry. Scary
Okay.
Terry's coming down with me. Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
Well, looking at the standings, speaking of down, we have Slaps all the way down at the bottom at 0-5, like we
That's okay.
said. Then we
I-
have
Can I
Zach.
just make
Yes.
the comment that
Yes.
my playoff my playoff percentage
Yes,
projection
it's higher
went
than Zach.
doubled. It went from
Oh,
11
okay.
to 22.
All right. And it is
These-
higher than
no way
Zach's.
there's
These
a
playoff
22%.
percentages literally are useless.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's ESPN numbers. What do you expect? I mean, of course, but
I
you can
trust-
just look at them anyways. So.
I trust Bill's numbers.
Oh, okay. You trust Bill's numbers. Gotcha. All right. Well.
Yeah, that'll get you somewhere.
Isn't he like 4-1? Come on.
He is 4-1, and his team is now top team in the league with the
You trust
points
those
for.
numbers, you'll be.
But
I also trust
uh,
Moose's numbers.
just listen.
those
You
are the
can
two
trust
numbers I
Bill's
trust.
numbers. Just don't trust his trade evaluation.
You
and
trust
trading
Bill's
because
numbers, you'll end up, whipped
If,
and have
if
3
as
kids.
as
so,
was noted, if Pete is in
Not
this
that part
league,
of the
Bill's
numbers.
team would be asked because he would have traded it. Got suckered into trading it all away. So, but luckily for him, he's not. So he hasn't made as many trades and destroyed it. So.
Cheese, you shouldn't trust my numbers, dude. I don't know anything.
Yeah. Yeah, you
I'm
you
not-
just got lucky that one year.
Actually,
drafting those
don't even know
running
who's on your
backs.
team because half is gone. I mean, it's
Oh.
working, but
Okay. There we have it, Zach. A
Jesus
lot of
Christ.
suspect comments last week. Hopefully you clean those up a little bit
Very
for
suspect.
this
Big
week.
chub.
Thank
The
God I
big
wasn't
Clean
chub.
on
those
the
up. Now that you're under the weather, maybe you can clean those up a bit.
good thing we got that on.
All
video.
right.
I had to join just to say, what the fuck was that?
What did I just say? I don't even know.
You literally tried to fucking hit on an underage girl. That's worse
Oh,
than she's
yeah.
taking a picture.
Oh,
Can we call
my
Chris
God.
Hansen?
Jeez, we need to call Chris Hansen on both of you. Jesus.
Whoa, what did I do?
Jesus.
Take pictures of underage kids without their permission.
And they were younger.
Jeez, you're lucky I couldn't find a picture of that, or else it's gonna be on my rankings.
No, you blocked me, so that's all gone.
Okay, moving
All
on.
right, moving on to week 6. Now that week 5 is in the books, some big time matchups coming up. We will start with myself versus Pussy in a battle of 4-1 versus 3-2. Big time game.
we're
ESPN
not
right now.
live.
So right now ESPN has it projected 129 to 145, so about a 5-point game, but I'm sure it will be closer than that as Pussy has made some moves to make his team more competitive this week. Looking at the matchups, I have Stafford against the Giants. That should be decent. McCaffrey, as long as he plays, against Minnesota. Zach Moss against Tennessee. DK Metcalf against Pittsburgh. We'll see how that goes now with Geno Smith as the quarterback. CD Lamb against New England, a little bit tough. Higbee against the Giants, and Devontae Smith against Tampa. And the Bills defense against Tennessee. I believe that's the Monday night game, I think, isn't it? Bills and Tennessee. On Pussy's side, he has Heineke against Kansas City, who he picked up today. That's a good pickup. Obviously, Kansas City's defense isn't stopping anyone at the moment. Henry against Buffalo on the Monday night, so we both have some Monday night players. James Robinson against Miami. Keenan Allen against Baltimore. Hopkins against Cleveland. the new pickup of Ricky Seals-Jones for Washington, also against Kansas City, so that should be decent. And Jamar Chase against the Lions. That one scares me a lot. And Rams against the Giants. Who knows who's their quarterback's going to be at the moment. I like some of Pussy's matchups. Like I said, I think this is going to be very close. Obviously, I'm going to pick myself, but I think it could be similar to last week, where if I'm going to win, I'm going to squeak out a win. Maybe a couple of his players underperform what they should do. Let's see here. Zach, who's winning this matchup? Zach,
Jesus.
who's Discord?
We lost Zach.
is-
Let's move on.
Okay. Slaps.
Hello, hello.
Oh,
Okay.
we got Zach. It's Zach. Who's gonna win?
Who is it? Who's playing?
Golfer
It's
versus
me and
Pusa.
Pussy. Is somebody like
Golfer,
going in and
easy.
out of the
Someone
Discord?
is-
Golfer.
We can hear someone's Discord sound.
Golfer
Can
is
you
the
mute your
winner.
Discord? Whoever that is.
Not me.
Golfer is the winner.
Pusa, yeah,
Oh.
Pusa, you're getting slapped.
Oh. Okay. So you predicted that you were gonna do that to him last week, and now you're predicting. Okay. Slaps. Who's winning?
I quite like Pusa's matchups. I think, I think he's going to have a lot of players that are going to go off. So I'm
Okay.
going to go with Pusa.
All right. Cheese.
Golfer, I think you've been squeaking out some wins.
I
but
have.
Obviously, that means your replacement players have been holding up. But I think Pusa's team is just on fire right now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with him. But
All right. All right. Tyler.
I like the moves.
I'm going to pick golfer in a close one.
Really? Okay. Interesting. Zombie.
I'm gonna go with Pusa because I don't think McCaffrey's gonna play.
Okay.
And you got fucking Geno Smith as the
Hey,
quarterback now.
he did good
Geno
throwing
looked
to
good.
DK last week. Let's hope he
He
can
looked good.
continue that. It was only one half, or one quarter and a half. We'll see.
And it seems Dak never goes to CD now. Last week was kind of a
Whoa, he had 18 points last week.
it was kind,
Long
but it was
touchdown
against the
pass.
Giants.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
I'm gonna go with Pusa.
Okay. All right. And Pussy, you're gonna get this win with a new quarterback in there, new tight end, or what?
I'm gonna be honest. I am not confident at all.
Really?
But
You have some decent
I think
matchups.
I have a good chance to win. But I'm not confident that it's gonna be the case. Taylor Heineke is, just throwing darts at blindfolded, But
Okay.
it's gonna be a close game. But I'm still gonna pick myself. I think.
Pusa, I'm giving up half my fucking team for Henry, and just take the deal and you'll win easily, you dumbass bitch.
Wow, Zach giving
Okay.
away all the rest of his team.
Well,
Yeah,
please
here's
do,
Zach here.
please
Zach-
do trade Henry because I don't want to face
Zach,
him
yeah.
on Monday night.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Zach,
please,
I'll pull my
please do.
shorts down right now.
Yeah, please do, please. All right, all right.
I'm giving up
let's-
half the team.
Moving on to the next matchup. This, like we said, one of the biggest of the week, as this is do or die for these two teams. Slaps at 0-5, Pook at 1-4, the two bottoms of the standings facing off right now. Slaps projected for a hefty 13-point win, 130 to 117. Slaps has Herbert against Baltimore, Carson against Pittsburgh if he plays, Daryl Henderson against the Giants, Lockett against Pittsburgh, Cup against the Giants, Schultz against New England, Shepard if he plays against the Rams, and the Panthers against Minnesota. If those players don't play, let's see, he still has on the bench. Let's see, Collins he could throw in for Carson,
Jamal
and
Williams.
yeah, either Jamal Williams or Parker possibly against Jacksonville if he
From
plays.
what I've seen, Shepard should play. Chris Carson, I have no clue.
Okay, well, thank you, Adam Schefter, for that.
I
injury
am.
insight.
You're
I'm
welcome.
expecting no
Yes.
Carson. Just to clarify.
No car. So then you'll go with Collins?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. On Pook's side, he's got Jalen Hurts against that Tampa defense. Tampa is giving up a lot in the pass, but that hasn't been Hurts' strong suit. So we'll see how that all works out. I hope Hurts does well because I have Devontae Smith. Let's see. He has Swift against Cincinnati. Somebody have a washer going off, or what the fuck is that? Swift against Cincinnati. Mark Ingram against the Colts. I don't know about that. Jalen
Jesus.
Waddle against Jacksonville. Can he finally have a good game, Jalen Waddle? And it's Jacksonville. He better. And according to Pook, Tua's back, so it should all be right in the world. Antonio Brown, and who is newly acquired, against Philly to bolster his wide receivers a little bit. Kelsey against Washington, and Chenault against Miami, and the Packers against Chicago. I think this is a blowout win for Slaps. I think Slaps' team is by far the better overall team. I like the position spots better. So yeah, I think Slaps wins this one, gets his first win, which he desperately needs, and I think he gets it in a pretty wide margin. I kind of agree with ESPN. Zach just left, so Pussy. Is Pussy here?
Jesus Christ.
No? Okay. Cheese.
I do like the move for Antonio Brown.
Okay, yes.
I'm a big fan of that, but I'm not a big fan of starting Mark Ingram.
Yeah. Who does he have on his bench?
Kamara's on the bye.
The
So
Kamara's on the bye,
it's
that's
unfortunate. It's
why,
not his
yeah,
fault.
yeah.
I do like the moves he's made. I feel like his wide receivers are like the worst of the rookie. You know, he has Waddle's been like but Tua is coming back. But I still think Slaps has actually finally got his team to like a point where he can contend every week.
Zach, you need to mute your mic in the car
It's just,
or whatever the fuck you're doing.
Yeah. Slaps has finally improved his team enough where he can compete every week. So I think he's
Okay.
definitely winning. Is it too little, too late for the playoffs?
Okay. All right. Tyler.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Pook's team, where it went wrong, but
Mm.
it's down bad. And
Well,
Slap's
he
team
would-
has gotten a lot
He
better.
traded his wide
I-
receivers for Kelsey,
I
and he's
think,
never been the same.
well, quarterback and wide receivers, but he's got Hurts, and Hurts has done
Well,
pretty
Hurts is
well
fine.
for him.
Hurts is
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Slap's by a bit.
Okay. Zombie.
This is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Relying on a
I
clown
swear,
Brown to save
if
your
you do a
season.
guarantee here,
Okay.
I'm gonna be pissed.
There's no way Zombie does a
Relying-
guarantee. He's already lost on you
Relying
twice.
on a clown Brown to save your season.
Hero
That's
Brown.
That's like relying on
faggot.
Kyrie to get the
Whoa.
vaccine.
That's a
Strong
long.
linkers.
Stretch.
Golfer, this
right
video
there.
is gonna get demonetized on YouTube.
Oh God.
That is like relying on Kyrie to get the vaccine. Pook, the only way to save your season is to send
I'm not
me
trading
Kelsey.
with you.
Is the
Zombie,
what?
who are you gonna give me for Gaskin?
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Okay, so you're
I'ma go
taking
with-
Slaps.
I'm gonna go with the British boy, Craig. Or the Scottish boy. Whatever the
Okay.
fuck you are.
Is it
Alright.
my turn yet?
Yeah, we already
Both are
asked
accurate.
you when you weren't here, so go ahead.
This is a fucking toilet bowl. Nobody gives a shit about this game. So it's gonna be a fucking tie.
Oh, okay. So there's a tie. 0-7 this year, so maybe you finally
Okay,
get one.
1-5, 1-6.
Uh-huh. You mean 1-7? Okay. All right. And Slaps. Obviously, the ESPN likes you this week. Is this finally the week you get your first win and avoid that record 0-6 start?
Yeah, I mean, I don't just think I'll beat Pook. I think I'll blow Pook out the water.
Oh God. Okay. All right.
Also,
If I was 0-5, I wouldn't
Half
be
my
saying
team
that.
for
I'd just
cup.
take the
I am
karma. But
No, I'm making
Okay.
the point that
Okay.
you know when you look at my team and you look at my bench, I've got Cordell Patterson who will be back next week. Even
Okay.
at that, my team is solid right now.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, everyone slagged me for spending $30 on Dalton Schultz. That
He's
was a
been
great
good.
buy.
Yeah, I think that was a good buy. Some people are
Hold on, I'll
clowning
be
you for
right
that, but
back.
I think that's been good.
You know, I made some trades for wide receivers, which again, you know, the Robert Woods one was a frustrating one, but I still like my core of wide receivers right there.
Hmm.
All in
Okay.
all, I don't think Pook's got a chance this week.
Okay. All right. Pook, did you want a response or no? No, you're pulling the mad approach. Okay.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay. Do you want a response or no?
Yes, I did.
Okay, go ahead.
If Slaps doesn't win, his team is a dog shit.
Oh.
And it deserves to go to the beach before I do.
Oh. Okay. All right. Interesting.
I'm here.
Okay, Pussy. Slaps versus Pook and what Zach has proclaimed to be the toilet bowl.
I look at this projection and I laugh because I think ESPN has done a horseshit job. So
Wow.
I would
Okay.
I will be picking Pookapotamus to win this week.
Okay.
And Slaps' season will ultimately be over.
Okay, so you're predicting Slaps to go 0-6. Okay.
Correct.
Take one up Pete from last year. Okay. Interesting. All right, moving on. Is Zombie back or no? Before we go to his matchup. All right, we'll skip his and save his for last. We have Bill versus Hunter in another big battle. This is the battle of the top teams at 4-1 for both of them. Let's see here. Bill right now, they're basically projecting for a tie. 0.1 difference. Hunter 131.7 to 131.6. Both these teams have a lot of firepower. They both have scored a ton of points certain weeks. Let's see who does it this week and gets the win. Bill has Tom Brady against the Eagles, Josh Jacobs against Denver, Jonathan Taylor against Houston. That's a great matchup. Adams against Chicago, Robert Woods after that huge game last week against the Giants now, Andrews after that huge game plays the Chargers, Emmanuel Sanders against Tennessee, okay, the same guy that he was shitting on in the other league, okay. Buccaneers defense against the Eagles. On Hunter's side, he has Dak Prescott against the Patriots, Najee Harris against Seattle, Leonard Fournette against the Eagles, Tyreek Hill against Washington, Chris Godwin against the Eagles, Noah Fant against the Raiders, Hollywood Brown is now in there against the Chargers, and the Broncos against the Raiders. Let's see. I think Bill is going to win this. I think it's going to be close, but here's the reason I think Bill's going to win. Hunter has a very good team, and his team might actually be too good for his own doing because Hunter, we all know, is AFK. He probably looks at this thing, once or twice a week, sets his lineup, and then forgets about it. And Hunter has good options, and he keeps starting the wrong ones. He did the same thing last week, started 2 wrong wide receivers. So Hollywood Brown goes off last week. And now Hunter throws him in there instead of T. Higgins, who he put in there last week, where T. Higgins is playing Detroit. I would much rather have T. Higgins against Detroit than Hollywood Brown against the Chargers. But so I think Hunter is just going off of what they did last week and not looking at matchups and not looking at, okay, he had a big week last week, so he might not have a big week this week. So I think Bill is going to pull out the win. I think Bill's a little bit more attentive to his matchups. So I'm going to take Bill. Zach, who's winning?
Yeah, I just offered half my team for Devontae Adams, and Bill didn't take it, so Bill's probably gonna lose.
Hey, Bill has said that Devontae's untradeable like a bajillion times.
Yeah.
So.
So Zach, is this a theme? Just you've offered half your team to everyone, and if no one takes them, you're just gonna pick the lose.
I want a superstar.
Zach,
you
offer
should have
half your
drafted.
team to me,
You know
so
what,
I'll
Zach?
consider it.
That is a good point. You want a superstar. You should have drafted one. Oh wait, you did. You drafted Derrick Henry and you traded him away after
I
week
did draft
1.
a superstar. He's coming back in week 7. Bitch.
Oh well, you might already be out of it by then.
You
by
traded
week
him.
7.
You
I
did
really-
trade him.
You drafted
really
a
can't
superstar out and Derrick Henry.
Pusa,
and-
go fuck yourself. You fucking suck. Your shit team is
So
not
now he
good.
offers half
You're
his
lucky to get
team.
lucky
You
every
traded
fucking
him
week.
to
All you
Yeah.
do is have one guy carry your ass. He gets 40 fucking points a game. That's it. Everybody else on your team is fucking ass.
Okay. We didn't go over your matchup yet, Zombie. We skipped yours. We'll come back to it. All right. So you're taking Hunter to win, correct, Zach? Okay. All right.
Who's even playing? Who's even
huh?
playing?
Oh my God. Never mind. All right. Slaps.
Oh, I'm taking my boy
Jesus.
Bill.
So you just said all that about Bill, and now you're gonna take.
I said all that about Pusa.
We're not on pussy. What?
Okay, for
You
fuck's
literally
sake, let's
drew
move
shit
on.
on Bill for not trading him Adams, and now you're
Yes.
picking.
I
Hey,
was
I'm-
talking about Pusa.
I'm going
Zach,
Bill.
I
very
think the
confused.
COVID is getting to your head, Zach. I think you
I'm
need to
going
go
Bill
check
by-
into the
Is it the
hospital.
COVID or is
I
it the
think
shot?
It's one or the other. I mean, the shot's not helping you right now. You sound
Yep,
sick as a
going
dog.
Bill
The
by-
shots, Zach, the
Okay.
shots, all that's doing
Okay.
is getting the government to your
Yeah.
place whenever you kill somebody.
Maybe.
Oh,
They
fuck
know where
yourself.
Brian Laundry is.
Go
Yeah.
fuck yourself.
All right. Slaps. Who's winning between Bill and Hunter?
I'm going Bill.
Bill. Okay. Pussy.
I look at this matchup, and here, I'm going to keep on saying that. I look at this matchup, and I think to myself that good teams are playing good teams this week, and shit teams are playing shit teams this week. If you
Yeah.
look at the matchups,
Yeah.
middle teams are playing middle teams.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a great game,
Yep.
but I think Bill's going to win.
Okay. Yeah. I can tell you one thing. If Bill wins this week, he's already on cloud 9 as it is. He's going to be on a whole different level if he wins this week and is 5-1 up at the top, all possibly by his lonesome. He's going to go
If
crazy.
Bill wins this week, he's taking the kids to Toys R
Oh
Us.
God, yeah, shopping spree. Didn't Toys R Us go bankrupt?
No, they're back. They're back.
They're back now. Okay.
You
All
got a
right,
Toys R Us in Nashville, Bill?
Why don't you ask him? He's not here. Okay, Cheese.
Bill has really good matchups this week.
Yes.
I do like Hunter's team is also obviously very solid. I'm gonna go with Bill.
Okay.
But Hunter's team is like you never know. People
Yep.
just pop off for a
Yep.
bajillion points. But I'm gonna stick with Bill.
Yeah,
Very good
Hunter's team
matchups.
has been 1 week it goes crazy, next week it just does average, so we'll see. See what happens. Tyler.
I like Hunter the win. I think
Okay.
Najee Harris
Wow.
is going to pop off and be one of the players of the week.
Wow. Okay. Nice. Zombie.
I'm gonna go with Hunter because Bill's a scrub. Couldn't even hit 216. What a loser.
Okay. Okay.
I
Almost.
think
You were worried there for a minute when they were towards that goal line in
nah, it was
overtime.
cool,
If
calm,
that
and
would have went
collected.
to Andrews or a couple catches on that drive, and it could have got
I
really
mean,
close.
that game was just pure bullshit.
Oh, okay.
I give credit to Bill on the record. He played a flex that got 0 points.
Yeah, and still scored over 200. He would have easily broke Zombie's record if his flex did just
What's the
10
record?
points, 216, and he got 207.
Ooh.
And he had 0 from his flex, so that's very impressive.
I'm
Well,
gonna
we'll
go
just see though.
with
Maybe his team has a horrible week after all popping off last
yeah.
week.
I'm
You always got to worry
predicting a
about that.
horrible week. I'm going
Okay.
with my boy Hunter.
Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. Moving backwards real quick, we'll go to Matt
Wow, I
versus.
don't even get to pick.
Oh, sorry, I forgot you were still here. Go ahead, Poop.
I think Devontae Adams drops 50, and Bill wins by 100.
Ooh.
Bill wins by 100. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you're what? So Bill scores another 200, or you're predicting
Or-
Hunter to score like 70?
Both.
Well, he would win by more than 100 in that case.
Okay.
Yeah, but he still wins by 100.
Okay, so
You're
you're
not wrong.
predicting Hunter to have a like low scoring week and Bill just to pop off once again. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Moving on back to Matt versus Zombie. This is another big one as both teams kind of right in that middle ground. Like Pussy said, Matt at 2-3 after back-to-back wins. Zombie at 3-2 after his win last week. So both teams really want that win. Right now, Matt projected for about a 3.5 point win, 130 to 126. Matt has Lamar against Zombie's Chargers. That will be a good one as Zombie will be watching his Chargers.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good game.
And it will be a good game. And there's a lot of players, as you know, Matt has Eckler as well in that game. Gibson against the Chiefs. That's a good matchup. Evans against the Eagles. Cooper against the Patriots. Jared Cook against Baltimore. And Pittman after his big game last week against Houston. Another good matchup. And Colts defense against Houston as well. Zombie has Josh Allen against Tennessee. Dalvin Cook against Carolina. Melvin Gordon against the Raiders. Deontay Johnson against Seattle. That should be decent. Stephon Diggs against Tennessee. Dawson Knox against Tennessee. The Tennessee Buffalo game is the Monday night game, right? So Zombie has a lot of players in that Monday night. It'll come down. This matchup will come down to the very end. And Cardinals against Cleveland and AJ Brown as well against in that Monday night game. So half of Zombie's team basically. So Matt will get off to a big start. We'll see if Zombie's players on that Monday night can get him the win. I think this one's going to be very close. I think it's going to be high scoring, but I am going to take Matt in a slight, maybe 10-point win, as I like a few of his matchups a little bit better. Zach. No, Zach. All right, slaps.
I'm gonna go
Hello.
with Matt on this one.
Matt, okay. Yeah, Zach, Zombie,
Yeah,
and
I'm
Matt.
going with Zombie. I'm going Zombie.
Wow, okay. Pussy.
Landslide.
Um,
Okay.
I look at this matchup. We got two middle ground teams,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna pick my friend Matt as I feel bad for what is to come.
Oh, okay. All right. Cheese.
I've been picking Matt, I think, almost every week.
Yep.
And I'm going to continue with the trend. His team is finally broken out.
Mhm.
I feel like Zombie, if that Monday night game does not go well, he's like not going to score barely any points. So
Okay.
I don't like that. If half his team's playing him one night,
Yeah. Okay.
back and I feel like it could go bad really easily.
Okay.
Go with that.
He does have that stack now, so his Chief stack did him wonders in the previous years. We'll see if the Buffalo stack can get him at this year.
He doesn't have the true Buffalo stick.
Oh.
He needs a
Okay.
manual.
Oh. Wait, I thought that guy was shit.
No, he's good
I was
now.
told that guy was
He
shit.
is fucking shit.
Oh.
He's
He is
good now.
fucking shit.
I would like to point out, Bill says Emmanuel Sanders is shit, yet he has him in his flex this week, pussy.
I thought you guys
Do you
were
not
talking
think
about
He
Miles
is.
Gordon
He
is
Sanders.
is.
good at
He is
all?
worse than
Is
shit.
that what it comes down to?
Oh,
I thought you guys were
okay.
talking about Miles Sanders.
No, we were talking about Emmanuel Sanders. But okay, maybe Bill thinks it's Miles Sanders. Maybe that's why he's all up in arms over this trade. Maybe he doesn't
Miles
even know the
Sanders is
trade.
way more valuable than him.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Who am I? Tyler. Who's winning?
I got Matt winning because I think Melvin Gordon might not even play. I don't know. That's the worry. And
Yeah, who's his backup? if
the
Gordon's
Steelers
out?
are going to be running all week, I think, against the bad Seahawks run defense. So
He's
that's
got
bad for
his
Deontay.
$70 man,
I picked Matt.
or Marlon Mack, or Tony
Yeah.
Pollard.
Pollard's not bad.
So I would think you would put your $70 man in there if you just spent all your fab budget on it.
splitting carries.
Yeah. If
offense.
Melvin Gordon's
What-
out,
what-
you should go with your $70 man. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. But okay. So you said you're picking Matt. All right. Let's see. Pook.
I'm gonna pick Matt though. Zombie stops asking me for Kelsey.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Zombie, you gonna beat Matt this week? It's gonna probably be a tough matchup for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna win.
All right, you're gonna win.
Great
That's it?
analysis.
All right. Not worried, huh? All right, moving on to the next one. We have Tyler versus Cheese in another middle ground big game, as all these games seem to be big this week. Tyler 3-2, Cheese 2-3, both at one time were 2-0, sitting at the top of the world. Now they both have fallen back after back-to-back losses for Tyler and 3 losses in a row for Cheese. So we'll see who gets this win. Tyler right now projected to lose by about 5 points, 121 to 126, according to ESPN. He has Kyler Murray against Cleveland. Cleveland just gave up a ton of points, and Kyler Murray struggled, so we'll see if that's a bounce back for him. Miles Sanders against Tampa Bay, that Tampa Bay rush defense. We'll see how he does, as he has not looked that good this year. Mixon against Detroit. As long as he plays, that should be great. Cooks against the Colts. Adam Thielen against Carolina. Darren Waller against Denver. Cole Beasley against the Titans, and the Chiefs defense against Washington and Heineke. Okay. On Cheese's side, he has Patrick Mahomes against Washington. Aaron Jones against Chicago. Myles Gaskin after the big week last week against Jacksonville now should be good. DJ Moore against Minnesota. Chase Claypool gets in against Seattle. TJ Hawkinson against Cincinnati, and then the Punch-em Man Tony against the Rams and his flex, and the Vikings defense against Carolina. I am going to agree with ESPN. I think Cheese wins. I think he wins by about 10 or 15. I like some of his matchups a lot better than Tyler's side, so I think he's going to win this one and go to 3-3. Zach.
Yeah, my boy Tyler is winning this one by a landslide. Fuck Cheese.
Where are you?
Landslide. Okay, no surprise.
You don't want to know.
I hope he's not
He's at the
spreading
COVID
COVID
hotspot.
around. Yeah, I hope he's not spreading COVID around. And I hope he's ready for his segment here shortly. All right, Slaps.
I am going to go with. I'm gonna go with. Cheese in this one.
Jeez, okay. Pussy.
I'm gonna take the cheese man.
Wow, okay. Still not a believer in those numbers, huh?
Never.
All right, never.
Never,
All right,
never.
Zombie.
You sound like Republicans.
I mean, my
Zombie.
rebuttal to that is, I mean, he's just wherever he gets those numbers, man.
Okay. Zombie, is Zombie here?
We lost him.
Okay, Pook.
Go ahead.
Zombie between Cheese and Tyler.
I'm gonna go with my boy Cheese.
Cheese, okay.
My boy
Pook.
cheese.
I am going with Tyler. I think Claypool and Tony will both score under 10.
Combined or
Under
each, like
10?
individually?
Each.
Wow, okay. So
If
regression
it was
for them.
combined, holy shit.
For
that'd be
regression
really
for
good.
them after their huge games last week. Okay. All right, and moving on to the last one. This might be my favorite
Hey,
matchup of the week, as
You're
we
letting Tyler
have.
give comments.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
So obviously Saquon got hurt. Unfortunate. I still like my trade because Diggs hasn't been doing
So
anything.
you're not playing Booker, huh?
I don't know. They could swap. Right now, I think with Tua coming back, Gaskin.
I mean,
playing
it is
a bit
against
better.
Jacksonville, so yeah,
And,
it's probably
but Booker is not actually good. He just gets like touchdowns because he's the only running back left.
okay.
Booker has no talent, but
Okay.
I'm not.
Ooh.
Aaron Jones has not popped off in a while, so this could be his time. DJ Moore will return to form. Claypool is now only with Deontay. Juju's gone. Hawkins has been really down, but the O-line's been decimated, so he's been TJ Blockinson. But I do have Hunter Henry, who look very solid, so that could be swapped out.
Wow. Okay.
And then Tony, hopefully, is the next Justin Jefferson, but you never know.
Oh my God, hurry
Thought he
up!
was
Nobody
Randy
fucking cares.
Moss. Thought he was
Okay,
Randy
Zach,
Moss.
where are you? Are you like where
He's
are
at
you?
he's at a bar.
He's
What?
spreading COVID. All right. All right, Tyler. You getting the win or what?
I think I'm gonna win 117.6 to 98.5.
Wow, so lower scoring. Okay.
And
98.
because she's just starting a bunch of 1 week wonders from last
98.
week.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually reasonable.
I mean, Gaskin has had one bad week. He's been pretty solid otherwise.
Did he get like
Oh,
8 or 10 points in the
Hey.
weeks you're sitting being okay?
Okay, who else you want me to start? Look at my bench.
Booker.
Before
We
this
got
week, the most
12,
he had is
8,
12.
10,
That's
0.3, and third.
My team is
Not
fucking
that good.
trash.
Zach, it's better than your team. Shut up.
Oh, I mean, by record, that is true. All right, so Tyler, you're winning, but in a lower scoring affair. Okay. All right, and like I said, the final matchup of the week, my favorite, as it's Ernie versus Zach. Ernie has already started by changing his little emblem to represent Zach somewhat, and his team name to "You Need Viagra." 3-2 Ernie against 1-4 Zach. This is a huge game for Zach, as if he loses to Ernie, not only will Ernie rub it in his face, but then he will go to 1-5 before Michael Thomas makes his great return and sends Zach to the promised land somehow. Ernie right now projected 120 to 118 to get the win according to ESPN. Ernie has Rodgers against Chicago, Zeke against New England, Kareem Hunt against Arizona. He's got a whole bunch of question marks. We'll see if any of these guys actually don't play in the game. Mike Williams against Baltimore after the big game, Robert Tonyan against Green Bay or against Chicago, and Hunter Renfrow against Denver. I don't know about some of those matchups. On Zach's side, he's got Daniel Jones if he plays. Who does he have?
Listen, there's no use in even saying my team
Well,
because half of them are about to get traded.
Okay, well, I would hope so
Zach,
because
send
you
me
have
off.
Half of them are
Deshaun.
getting traded.
You have Deshaun Watson on your bench as your quarterback, and he's not
He is
with
also
a
getting
team,
traded.
or
He's
not
getting
playing.
traded.
Okay, well.
No, in real life, he's getting traded and he's starting next week.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
Zach,
Well, he
send me a
plays the
trade offer.
Colts unless he gets traded. So
Hit me up. I'm
who
willing
is
to
he getting
negotiate.
traded to, Zach? Miami or?
I'm getting a superstar.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully not Miami.
Oh, okay. All
Hopefully Miami.
Chase Edmonds against Cleveland, Nick Chubb against Arizona, Terry McLaurin against Kansas City, Jacoby Myers against the Cowboys, Gesicki against Jacksonville could be decent, Damian Williams, but he's questionable. We don't know about him against Green Bay. I don't know. And Ravens against the Chargers. Yeah. For Zach's sake, I hope he makes that giant nuke trade because I do not like his team this week. Besides like McLaurin against Kansas City and Gesicki against Jacksonville, other than that, the rest is not ideal. So I think despite, I mean, obviously if Zach pushes the nuke button and ends up trade raping somebody hard, then maybe he wins.
It's gonna be super
But
hard.
if he doesn't do that, or he doesn't rape and gets raped instead, regardless, I think
that's not
Ernie.
happening.
I think Ernie pulls out the win. I think Ernie's team is better. I don't like Ernie's matchup, so I think it will be lower scoring, maybe like 110 to 90 or something. But I think he gets the win pretty
160.
pretty handedly.
You're saying Ernie's winning?
Yes. Yep.
Jesus.
Everybody is going to be. If someone
Slaps.
picks you, I'd be very surprised.
Sorry, what's the matchup? I was
Go
just on my
fuck
phone.
yourself.
Apologies.
It's Ernie and
Eh,
Zach.
oh,
Last one of the week. Zach currently has Daniel Jones in his lineup, Damian Williams in his
That was a
lineup.
foul.
I mean, that is some question marks right there. Woofed.
Yeah, Ernie's got a
yeah,
lot
we're
as well.
You're 0 and
Nah,
5.
it's alright. We're
You're
gonna
0
go
and
with we're gonna go with Ernie.
Okay, Ernie. Okay.
0
Let's
and
see.
6.
I'm gonna take. You need Viagra.
Oh, okay.
Go fuck yourself.
Cheese.
I'll take an Ernie.
Okay.
You know, he's a rough
GFY.
matchup. His team's been on fire.
Yes, it has.
Zach could nuke it though. We'll see.
Yeah.
The nuke is coming. I'm gonna
I
blow
don't
this
know
shit
if that's
up.
a
If he
good
nukes
thing.
it, I'll have to reassess. But for the moment, I have no faith in Zach's team.
I'm trading my whole team.
Right.
Well, then
Except
I'll
Scary Terry.
reassess and make another prediction once you do that.
Okay. Tyler.
Going to pick Zach.
Hey,
Wow, okay.
hey, my boy.
All right.
What are your
Zach.
numbers smoking?
Hey.
Any reason why particularly, or?
I think Ernie's team, I don't know, like some of the players have been doing well. I don't think they'll continue to do well.
Oh,
And
okay.
I don't think Mike Williams can keep setting the world on fire every week almost.
Okay. All right.
Matt
Zombie.
is online. Zach, you might want to invite him.
Damn.
Zombie and I are
For
about to nuke it up right here.
the third week in a row.
Zombie. Any response to you nuking it all up with Zach?
Maybe
Oh.
if he wants to.
If he's not stingy and gives you what you want.
Yeah, if he's not a pook, yeah.
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
Zombie, you keep asking for Kelsey and you're never gonna get him.
So who's
Your
who's
team's
winning?
never gonna get better, Pooh.
Listen, you know who I'm
Listen,
going
negotiations
with.
are.
The boy that's got the boy Mike Will,
Uh-huh.
and
You mean Michael
like I
Thomas?
said,
Oh.
you
Yeah.
will never win a game with Danny Dime. This is a
Wow.
Wait, so who's his backup quarterback right now?
He doesn't have one. He has
Deshaun
Deshaun
Watson
Watson.
is getting
Did he
traded.
just?
Does he
Zach, I
pick up
have
Mike Glennon?
Zach, I
Like
have Geno
Glennon.
Smith if you want him.
Surely there's something
What,
better than Mike
bitch?
Glennon.
Well, Derek Carr is available.
Zach, I
anybody
have
has
Geno
him, so.
Smith. Geno Smith is
Oh,
available.
God.
You know how
Derek Carr's
great he
available.
All right,
played.
moving
All
on.
right, so
moving on, moving
Zombie's
on.
guarantee of the week is Ernie, surprisingly against Zach. All right. Let's see, Pook.
I would
You know
wanna
what to do.
pick. I would want to pick Zach here,
You would want to.
but
Okay.
I think it will be a tie.
Hey.
A tie.
I'll take
That might be a win for Zach, honestly. Looking at his team right now, tie might be a win. All right, and Zach, are you gonna beat your boy Ernie to the ground,
Yes,
or?
yes. I'm about to blow half my team up. They're gonna get
Okay.
traded. They're all gone except Scary Terry.
Oh.
I'm getting 2 superstars.
The math doesn't add up when you look at the rest of your team. Besides Scary Terry, to
Zach,
get
you
two
realize you're
superstars.
trying to make your team into my team right now?
Oh, that's a good point. That is a good point.
I said I'm not trading my wide receiver.
I know, but he's saying he has a couple superstars and then the rest trash. So that's
Zach,
basically
your
what yours
Who are
would be.
his
Capitals are up
superstars?
3-0.
Kamara, Swift,
Kamara,
and
Kelsey, and Swift.
They aren't being
And
very
Hurts,
superstars this year.
Hurts
I
is-
mean, they had good games.
Kelsey
last week.
is. Kelsey's still the number 1 tight end.
Okay, all right, interesting.
Hurts is
Okay,
the
moving on.
Zach
guy.
is gonna
Takes
win.
over.